Xbox Developer Direct. It is the best time of the year. Nah, I'm just joking. It's not the best time of the year, but it is the start of us learning what we're really going to be getting, this year. We've already gotten some things last year. We've gotten a little bit of details here and there, but this is Xbox's addition and Xbox's turn to kind of get in the ring, get their hat in there and tell us, hey, this is what we've got coming out. Now, I always do like to sit down. It is always in January when we get these, and I love coming in here and I love sitting down. I love watching them, and I love that they let the developers have their opportunity to get in there and to do whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? I love that they give them the mic basically and say, hey, tell the world what you have been working on. And there are other times that we've seen that, but these showcases are very much just that. It is very much the developers letting us know and telling us what the game is that they've been working on this entire time. So I really do appreciate that, and I do like that aspect of it. But without further ado, I do want to let you know before we get into this, again, this is the Unapologetic Nerd channel where you're getting very opinionated stuff from me, the Unapologetic Nerd, aka Jedi Master Ren. But my point is, I'm only going to be focusing on the games that I really did like, okay? So we ended up getting 4 games. We started off with only 3. We got a surprise game, and that's actually where we're going to be starting off. The game is called Kiln. We're going to be starting off there, but that is from Double Fine. But either way, my point is, Forza Horizon 6 and Fable are the 2 games that I really got my eye on. So those are the games that we're going to be kind of diving a little bit deeper on. I'm going to tell you, and you'll find out closer towards the end which one is the one that I cannot wait for. Okay, and then we might put a little bonus in there at the end. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into what we found out at the Developer Direct today. And again, this is when I'm recording this. It's a couple hours ago when I watched this as of recording, but I did take some notes, figured out what I wanted to talk about with these games and with these titles. But again, let's talk about Kiln. So Kiln is a game from Double Fine, and it's a multiplayer game, and how they actually described it is specifically,
our next game came out of Amnesia Fortnite. It's all about encouraging you to create with others and then use what you create to destroy each other. Don't worry, it's easy to make a new pot if you're playing Kiln, our online multiplayer pottery party brawler.
It's a very weird concept, but and how this kind of came to be is basically Double Fine does this thing where they forget their current projects that they're working on, right? So they just stop what they're doing for a couple weeks, and they make games I don't know if they're in Fortnite or if they just call it this, but the nomenclature of it, they had Fortnite in the name. So I assumed it was on Fortnite, on the creator that they use, but again, it might not be. But they take 2 weeks out and they create this game, and they have all of their different team members come around and they throw different ideas in the hat, and then they come out and then everybody votes on which game they would like to actually make, and then they do that. So that's kind of where this game came from, and I really do like that aspect, right? I like that they take the time to really showcase everybody's kind of creative aspects in the studio, and I think that's really cool that they do that every so often. I don't know how often they do it, but it does seem like it's pretty frequent, so I think that was really cool that we found that out. And again, we're only gonna find that out in a Developer Direct. Now, the premise is you're making pots, right? You're making clay pots, and it's literally like in the movie Ghost.
That'll be $27.50.
You use these pots to then go out in battle. So they said that you're like this kind of weird, what is it called? Like spirit, basically. And you're creating these pots, and then you use these pots to fill yourself up with water. And then you're gonna throw the water in what? What are we throwing these waters in? A kiln. That's AKA the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where this game comes from, kind of where we're starting at and where we're kind of shaking at. And again, it is a multiplayer game, so you're going to be playing this game with your friends, and they're kind of trying to touch on the creative aspect of video gaming, but also the destructive aspect of video gaming in a cool, fun, cutesy way, as Double Fine does. So I thought it was pretty cool. Again, not necessarily something that I am, really gonna gravitate towards. My dog is snoring. But what I'm really gonna gravitate towards, however, what I will say is, and here's something I do want to shout out, is the fact that every single different pot, or different pot, pan, whatever you want to say, because you can do a big pot, you can do a smaller pot, you can do cups. So the different things that you can create, they have different movesets. So they have to go in there and they have to create these different movesets. And obviously, you're going to create whatever you want to create. So it is going to be a little different. Everybody's character is going to be a little different, which means, yes, the moves are going to be similar. If you have a cup, it's going to be the same as somebody else who has a cup, but it is still going to be a little different because your cup does look different than that other person's cup. So I do think that aspect is really cool, how they were able to make these animations work even with the multitude of different creations that you're going to see in this game. So that was really cool. But again, I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna jump into that. I did jump into Keeper, at the when it first dropped, and I liked it, but it's definitely no golly, what am I thinking of? Psychonauts. It's definitely no Psychonauts for me, because I love Psychonauts 1 and I love Psychonauts 2. You know what I'm saying? So it's fantastic, but I wasn't feeling Keeper, and this looks better than Keeper did. This is grabbing me more than Keeper is. I just don't know. I'm cool to try it out, but either way. Now, the next game on the list that we're going to discuss, and again, this is not in the order that we heard about these games, but this is the order that I'm going in, because I want to get to the good game, not the good games, but my games that spoke to me. I want to get to those towards the end. Anyway, my point is, next game is Beast of Reincarnation. Okay, so this is from Game Freak. The only reason that I really keep my eye on this one is because I'm very excited to see how the makers of Pokemon are able to make a game that looks so graphically good as this game does, but can't seem to figure out how to make Pokemon look good. I don't understand what we're doing. I don't get it, because again, we had Pokemon Violet and is Scarlet? Is that the other one? Yeah, Scarlet and Violet, we had those ones, right? And then those ones come out, and they're fucking shit. They're absolute dog water. If you saw my video talking about it back in the day when I played it, back when I first got the Nintendo Switch 2, the game runs like dog water. It runs like tin cans of bounce that ass. But you know what? I can't stop playing it. I gotta keep playing it. I gotta play it. Gotta catch them all. Gotta play it. Gotta keep playing it. But it sucks. Gotta keep playing it. I don't know why. I'm crazy, but I gotta keep playing that game ran like 10 cans of bounce that ass, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. But my point is, then we get to Pokemon ZA, and ZA, it looks better, it runs better. But when you get close to this freaking wall here, man, there's no freaking three-dimensional nothing. It's just a two-dimensional building side. That's it. It's right there. It's JPEG. It's right there, man. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing, guys? So I don't understand how we're able to make a game that looks like Beast of Reincarnation, but we can't figure out Pokemon. You know what I mean? It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. And you can't tell me, don't, man. Fuck you. Don't tell me that it's just the Switch. Don't fucking tell me that shit. Because we had Zelda, okay? Zelda looked fine. And Zelda's doing more than Pokemon's doing, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, anyway, let's move on. This game is set in a post-apocalyptic Japan in the year 4026, so we are set in the future. A little cool, right? I do like this. They're describing the gameplay to be one person, one dog, and action RPG. Okay, so one person, one dog, action RPG. Don't understand really what that means, but again, Game Freak, there, is what it is. So the main point of the game. The main antagonist is this parasitic plant, and that's what is, that's basically what is just taken over the entire world. They're called the Blight, and they're going to be the main antagonist, as I already said. I'm rephrasing myself. Now, there are also Malefax or Malefax, not sure how to really pronounce it, but these are animals that have been taken over by the parasitic plants. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the gameplay is looking like here. I'm getting Souls vibes. I'm getting Souls-like vibes. I don't know if this is gonna be something for me. It looks beautiful. It looks great. It looks fantastic. I just don't know if it's gonna be something that I jive with. If we got a lot of parrying, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. But I'm not a parry guy. I can't parry for shit, okay? I can hold my own in regular parry games. If I've got to do a dodge, if I've got to parry in the Arkham games, that's fine. But if we're doing parrying just to survive in a fight, that's not me. I can't do that. It is what it is. But anyway, my point is, I do not think that if it is a Souls-like, I'm going to be playing that game, and that's why I kind of put it on the back burner. But I am excited to see them put out a game that looks this good and then continue to see the shit that comes with Pokemon. But anyway, I digress. Now, the next game on the list, and this is where we're getting my hype levels, as we already said. I'm getting to my hype levels where I'm excited, where I am, let's do this, baby! And it is Fable. Now, Fable is very exciting to me because I really wanted Fable when we first got the damn Xbox Series X, okay? That was one of the games that was touted about, or was, during the run-up of the Series X, when they were doing the trailers for the show, or doing the showcases for the new console. That was one of the games, was the new Fable, right? And it was just a very cookie-cutter, barely showed us shit teaser trailer. But they showed us, hey, we're doing it. And I'm like, hey, I am not the biggest Fable person, not even in the slightest. I have not played any of these games. I just know how good they are, how, impactful they were to the RPG landscape of video games. So I am very excited for the new Fable and for Fable to come back in the modern day, because I did try to go back to the Anniversary Edition back in the day, and that game is old. So it's not like old where you could get past old, or like nostalgic old for me specifically, because ain't no nostalgia there, so it's just old. Like I went back and played the Spider-Man game for the PS1, and I'm just like, I got farther in that now than I ever did when I was a kid. Granted, because I was a stupid kid. But my point is, I'm playing through that game, played through half of it, because it's nostalgic. I have no nostalgia for this Fable shit, you know what I'm saying? So again, old game is old, is what I'm looking at for this game. So I'm excited for new Fable. I'm excited for them to come back. Now, they said that Albion is now a completely open world. Now, again, I assume Albion is the world that Fable has always taken place in, because they were talking about how Albion is now an open world. And again, this is a newcomer coming into this. All right, so don't at me in the comments, okay? Leave me alone. Now, each region in here looked fantastic. It looks straight out of a, a fairy tale story. You know what I mean? Like exactly straight out of it. Especially there was a little pumpkin patch where the pumpkins were huge. Oh my gosh, it looked fantastic. I literally thought that. I was like, okay, we're in for a good time here. Now, you start off as a child, and I think you do get to, I'm pretty sure you can customize your character. So, but either way, whatever your custom character is, you start off as a child when your powers first manifest. So I thought that was pretty cool, how you're going to witness your powers kind of gestate, and then you're going to witness them kind of go. And again, we don't know if there's going to be a time jump after that, but I do like that you get to see when your powers were first a thing, right? That's pretty cool. Combat looks great. I'm not sure if it's just the fantastical nature of, everything, because, it's fantastical. It has, orcs. It's got, these big birds that you have to fight. I think it was a chicken, actually. But they've got a similar feel, similar vibe, so I'm not sure if that's why I'm feeling like this, but the combat does remind me a little bit of Witcher, and I am not sure if I I do like the Witcher combat. It's taken me some time it's grown on me a little bit, but also there is I didn't see any like, doing spells or anything like that. So that's a big, huge part about the Witcher combat as well. So it is what it is there. So it did look a little bit tighter than the Witcher though. But again, I'm just saying like, what you're doing kind of moment to moment did feel and give me the vibes of The Witcher. Again, could be because of the fantasy vibes. Don't know. Now, they were talking about, and this is something I was very surprised about. And again, I'm not sure if this was in the original game or not, but they said that you can buy houses, you can get jobs, you can start relationships, and not just start relationships. You can get married, you can have kids, and you can get divorced. You can get divorced in a video game. Now, I was like, okay. And then that's not all. Because you could become the richest person in the entire, or in all of Albion. You can buy all of the properties, buy all of the businesses. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. You can do whatever you want. And you can talk to any single person in the world. Each NPC has their own life, basically, right? You can follow them around. This is what they said. You can follow them around, and they have their own routine that is unique to them, what they have going on. It is, and each of them are fully voice acted. It's crazy. It's actually super crazy. Now, there's a reputation system as well, and anything you do will affect how the people around you react and how they kind of treat you, okay? So if you're doing like kind of shady shit, they're not gonna wanna, do business with you. They're not gonna wanna do things with you. Thought that was really cool as well. And again, these are things that other RPG games have said that they're gonna do, but they haven't kind of gotten all the way there. You know what I mean? And I'm really excited because it seems like maybe this is why it's taken so long for Fable to actually come out and actually do this. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why it's kind of like that, and why it's been we've gotten all of these different delays and all of this stuff. And let's also not say this studio has another game coming out this year. And that's Forza Horizon 6, baby. Now, Forza Horizon 6. That's the one. That's my game. That's the one that I cannot wait for. Obviously, Japan looks amazing. It looks fantastic, and it's the perfect setting for a Forza game, for the 6th Forza game. Now, I jumped into Forza around, I think it was Forza Horizon 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was 3. I did, because I went back and played 2. So that is what it is. Yeah, because 2 was on 360. So I went back, I played 3, because 3 was the one that, I think it came really close to the launch of Xbox One, if not at the launch of Xbox One. So yeah, 3 was fantastic. I remember being blown away when I went into the first person mode in that game, and then saw the rain pellets on the windshield as I was driving. And I was like, holy shit. This is where video game graphics are. Like, this is where we're at. This is crazy. It's actually insane. Now, obviously, and I don't remember what the setting was for that, I'm gonna lie. But, coming from Mexico from this last game, I did really like Mexico, but Tokyo just seems like such a perfect spot. Obviously, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. We don't need to say it, but I did. Now, the fact that they've recreated Tokyo City. Now, I didn't know that they were going to do this. I thought it was just going to be in Japan. But obviously, you got to do Tokyo, because I just said Tokyo Drift. You know what I'm saying? So they went and recreated Tokyo City on top of the outskirts. It's fantastic. It looks great. And I really can't believe that they went in and they made the city kind of like its own area, you know what I mean? So like, you have a big city driving experience, but then you also have the regular outskirt experience that we are used to in the the Forza Horizon games. Because I don't really remember driving into like a big city where I'm driving, on regular streets and having to cut corners and really, there's like blocks and stuff like that. I don't really remember doing that. I saw a lot of blocks while we were driving. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Now, the leveling up system is very interesting here. And again, I was listening to, Kind of Funny, and they were talking about wanting to, wanting it to be a little bit different, or Blessing was talking about wanting this game to do something a little bit different than just like the cookie cutter Forza Horizon, mantra that they've done. And I think this is it. And having it like be a tangible story-focused progression system, and having it be something where you are trying to you start off at nothing, right? You start off at the bottom of the barrel, trying to just get in and be a part of the Horizon Festival. So once you're a part of the festival, now you're trying to level up and become the highest rank within the festival, like we've already kind of done in the previous ones. It's just that each time that you're leveling up, you're doing a kind of level up mission race that will earn you that spot to, get that next wristband, and then you're off to the races again with all of the next, races that are for your level. Now, those special races that you're doing are the actual special races that were just thrown around the map on the previous games. I think that's genius, because those are some of the best games or gameplay that I've had in the Forza Horizon games. And I think that making it, right in front of you and making it kind of mandatory to get to that next level is something that should be done, because I'm sure that there are players that are missing those levels and missing that content because they're just going around either playing with their friends, or they're not really, focused on trying to, toggle or get a check mark on every single thing that they're doing. They're just trying to go to a race, and they're not worried about what race they're doing. Those are the things I'm looking for. Let me know when I've got another one of those where I can race alongside a train and see how fast and try to beat this damn thing, or a plane that's flying above me, or a hot air balloon. You know what I mean? So those are the races that are going to be, a part of the leveling up system. And I think that's really, really cool. Now, it also seems to be going away from live service potentially, and I think that is really, really cool. I don't think that we need a racing game to be live service, and I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of fall off on that aspect of it, you know what I mean? And it was hard to keep up with that. Again, it's kind of hard to keep up with any of these live services, I'm not gonna lie, but I do like that it does seem that we are getting away from that. Now, the cover car, however, is the GRGT, and it looks crazy good. It looks fantastic, and I cannot wait to unlock that thing. I unlocked the, is it the last one? I don't know if it was, I think it may be in 5. It's either in 5 or 4, but I unlocked the Mercedes, the red Mercedes, whichever one that one was. I unlocked that through like one of the raffles, through one of the spin the wheel things. Freaking awesome. I loved it. I love getting free shit. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of cars, we're getting 550 at launch, which I think is awesome. They were really talking about that. So I do think that's really, really cool. There is this new estate system as well. I don't know if I'm really going to be messing with that, because they didn't really touch on what the real point was. They just made it a point that everything is just a creative thing, right? You can, you got this whole spread of land you can create to your heart's content. I don't know what the purpose of creating it is. Like I said, I don't know what it does. Does it give you any upgrades to your vehicles? Does it give you discounts on, on engine parts? I don't know what putting your time and effort into the estate does, except you can show it off to your people, to your peeps, your friends, right? I don't know. So I'm probably not going to be engaging with that, because that's not what I'm here for, or here to do in Forza Horizon. But there are, and this is one thing that might be cool. Again, don't know, but I like that they're trying different things. There's an open world car meet. Okay, so, and again, the game is going to be online, so you're going to be driving around. There's going to be different, either you're going to be playing with your friends, or you're going to be playing with other people in that open world. And there are going to just be open world car meets. And my biggest thing is impromptu tailgate races. I don't understand why that hasn't been a thing in Forza Horizon already. but I'm telling you that that's something that we've needed in the game, because that's something that has been in like old school Need for Speed games, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's been games that I've played where you drive up right behind somebody and bam, that's a race, we're going. You know what I mean? So I am really excited about that. I think that that's something that we can really kind of, it changes the game, right? And it kind of gets us racing more. It gets us more engaged. It gets us kind of going, I was gonna say going faster, doesn't get us going faster, but it gets us to the next fun thing faster. So that way we're not having to kind of waste time in between driving. We can be driving and then immediately get into a race as we're on our way to the next actual race that we're trying to tick off the list. So that was all of the games that we saw in the developer direct today. And again, my best game that my favorite game that I'm looking up to, words, dear Lord, oh my God. The game that I am looking, okay, let's figure this out. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's do this. Okay, all right, we got this. Hang on, let's do it over. Let's go! Okay, so the game that I'm looking forward to the most is Forza Horizon. And again, I've loved this series since pretty much 3. Since that very first time I put that game on, I've loved this series, and they've only gotten better and better and better, and I think that this game is going to add to that. Fable is an oddity because I don't know anything about Fable, but it seems like it's a game that I am gonna like, and it seems like it's something that the devs really put a lot of time and really a lot of heart into, and I'm hoping that it lands. I'm hoping that it lands for them, because I want them and I want their creation to be something that they can be proud of. And I think they are proud of it. And that's the thing. It looks like they're proud of it. And that's why I think it's going to be really, really good. And I hope that it is. I hope that it gets good reviews and everything like that. Blah, 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 blah. Now, the Beast of Reincarnation, we'll see, depending on the combat. If combat is not Souls-like and it is more action RPG based, I'm probably gonna really dig that game because it does look really cool. I do like the companion based stuff. We didn't touch on the fact that there is, what is it called? You guys have a different, what is it called? You have a moveset, a special move together that you can use, and that kind of is them bringing in, because the way that you do it, you have to choose a move that you want to do with your companion, and that slows down time. Is kind of in a sense like a turn-based aspect move, so I did like that, but I'm not 100% sure if that combat is where I am going to be at. And Kiln, I'm not 100% sure, again, if that's going to be for me. I'm definitely going to try it out, because I always try these games out, especially if they're going to be on Game Pass. I've got to get my money back somewhere, you know what I'm saying? But I will be trying it out, and if it's worth talking about, if it's terrible like Stranger Things Season 5 finale, I will be talking about it. If it's then I'm probably not. But anyway, that was the Xbox Developer Direct. As always, guys, if you have made it to the end, if you love listening to me rant about anything under the sun, under the nerdy sun, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, okay? We're gonna be doing something here in 2026, and that something is getting back to the road to 100. The road to 100 is whatever you want to make it think it is, okay? I don't, again, know what I'm saying. I'm going delirious, but it's whatever you think it is. It's going to be, for me, it's 100 videos. We're getting to 100 videos, and it's coming up soon. All right, guys. But anyway, I have been your host, Jedi Master Ren, and as always, stay nerdy.